Run through a brief history of the Richmond Mansion itself. I put together a little PowerPoint presentation for that purpose. Let's begin here. Purchased by Mary Richmond, April 24th, 1854. But you'll notice that the street is not paved either, and that didn't come for a few years afterwards. So I'm guessing this is probably from somewhere around 1905, maybe as late as 1910. Now, some things to note here. First of all, see the fence. That fence is the one that's out at the end of the parking lot right now. So when you leave here, if you haven't noticed it, take a look and take note of it at that point. By the way, perhaps you're wondering how much Mary Richmond paid for this. The deed says $9,000. Now that sounds like nothing, but I did a calculation using one of those inflation calculators, and it turns out that in today's money, that would be $250,000. And the mansion served as a children's home from 1927 until 1967, when it was purchased by the Board of Education. The children's home, if you're not familiar with it, was a home that was for children whose parents had either died, so they were orphans, or whose parents, for one reason or another, weren't able to continue to care for their children. Voters having turned down the proposal to build a library, the Board of Education now had a mansion on their hands with no use for it. They decided to tear it down. Now, this turned out to be a very contentious issue in the community, and there was a lot of, putting it politely, discussion over what to do with the building and whether or not it should be used as a museum or serve some other kinds of purposes. The Landmark Society was very heavily involved, attempted to purchase it unsuccessfully. Finally, in 1970, the building went down.